Netflix, yes! Oh, it happened, guys. It happened.
Okay, so this week for you guys, we watched The Hot Flashes.
A bad Netflix movie gone right.
It was phenomenal.
So good.
The entire plot of the movie is that this group of middle-aged women get together a basketball team to help fund this mobile mammography van. Try saying that 3 times fast.
Mobile mammography.
And they play against the
high school champions of the state.
Yeah.
And it's just a lot of fun. But basically, I was looking through all the Netflix categories, and I'm like, we haven't done a sports movie yet. And I found this, and I was pleasantly surprised. Very pleasantly.
We are not sports people. You can tell from the goal for the basket. We're good at that.
Shooting baskets. They shoot baskets. Oh,
but this movie, while there was very much a sports focus to it, it definitely was all about the characters and the way they dealt with the situations that they were put into.
In life and everything. And it's about how you can be happy without, being glamorous or, having the best life. You don't have to be the prettiest person or the best at something. As long as you, put meaning into it yourself and you're there for each other. And all the messages and the heartfeltness and the quotes and the people and the diversity. I was so excited.
Another great thing about this movie, as Ashley pointed out, diversity, is that it has women of all shapes, sizes, colors, sexual orientations, marital statuses, really?
Yeah, political agendas, I guess.
Yeah.
One's running for mayor, the other, loves marijuana, very clearly different.
And it was really great.
They're all in this small town in Texas.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's in Texas. It's very southern.
Someone had a shirt that said Tejas, Spanish for Texas.
I think it was Ginger, I think
it was Ginger. Ginger is the lesbian. She's great.
She's
probably
also
one of my favorite characters.
Yeah, same. She was wonderful.
She was very much a cowgirl. She wore the bolero tie and the cowgirl kind of shirts and
she was shy about things, which was cute, and really insecure about her sexuality. She didn't come out till the end of the movie, but it was everyone, all her friends knew, and everybody seemed to know, but they accepted her, except for the mean people, but whatever.
Yeah.
So the main character of this movie is Beth. And Beth has a husband and a daughter, and she was the one responsible, for the falling out of this mobile mammography unit thing.
Yes.
And
proud of you.
Thanks. And so because she felt so responsible, because of something she cared about, she decided to find a way to raise the money. And what she thinks of is, she used to play basketball, and she knew all these other people that played basketball, and Tess, the person in charge of it, also used to play basketball, so she thought that would be a good theme. And she has 3 games they're going to play against these high schooler champs and stuff, and it'd be really cool.
Yeah. Their team name is the Hot Flashes because they're all middle-aged women, which is really great.
Going through menopause, which, I have learned more about menopause through this movie than all of everything in my life combined, which is saying something.
Fact.
They never show menopause or discuss it or address it in movies or film or TV, and I love the fact that this was just in-your-face menopause is happening.
It starts off with Brooke Shields plays the main character, Beth, just fanning herself and sweating at this basketball game because she's having a hot flash. Mm-hmm. And it's great. It's so great. She's reading a book called Menopause for Dummies. And
she goes to this little thing where it talks about menopause is how great it is for your body and how people will stop whistling at you and stuff. And there's good parts and bad parts, but they address it as something that kind of sucks, but also natural and very don't be afraid of it. So I really like that fact. Also, something real fast. The beginning set up when she's talking to her husband and you're meeting the family for the first time, and she's like, I need a hobby, and the husband mentions well, I'm still waiting for you to finish your last hobby. The shot that they used was beautiful. They had the jigsaw puzzle unfinished,
really
and the crochet stuff on the side. She hadn't finished the scarves, and then the background she had been painting something that wasn't finished. And clearly 3 different hobbies going on that she just doesn't finish, and she stops. And that really shows a lot of her character in one shot. But how she just gets really interested into things and then just quits.
Yep.
So it was really good to see that so quickly. And just so well done. It was a lot of character in a very short amount of time. So.
And then after he says that line, he throws something down on the table, and the puzzle's there, and it breaks pieces of the puzzle off, and that was cool. I actually did notice all of those things as well, which is saying something because I'm not coming from the film standpoint that Ashley's coming from.
I'm surprised I did. Let's be real.
Did something really nice there.
They got everyone to notice it. So.
The important thing with the mobile mammography van that gets everyone interested in actually being a part of this basketball team of older women is that the woman Tess that started it was Beth's best friend, and she died And I don't know if it ever explicitly says it, but I think we're supposed to assume that she died of breast cancer.
Yeah.
And that's something that's just brought up throughout, like, oh, we've got to, like, help Beth, like, continue Beth's legacy, or Tessa's legacy, and that's how she gets all these women to join. Let's talk really briefly about the women that do join the team.
There are 5 women. They're,
Wanda
Sykes.
first? Yeah.
Okay, so Wanda Sykes plays the woman running for mayor. She currently is mayor, but that happened through a death of her husband, I think.
Yeah.
And so she became it. But she's like the only, she's black, and it's very, like, this is like a Texas town, and they're never going to vote for a black woman. She's working really hard to get voted for as mayor.
Her name is Florine, and her campaign slogan is "Go with the flow."
It's super cute.
It's great.
And she's like worried about her hair a lot, and like trying to be she's trying to like basically like get rid of her heritage and her culture in a way by hiding it.
Yes.
She doesn't want people to think of her as black, which is why she was originally against doing the basketball thing, because basketball's so black and stuff, which I think is such an interesting topic to go on.
Yeah.
Like,
and they fully address it. They don't like skate around it. They address it head on.
Yeah.
Beth asks Florine if basketball is too black for her.
it's great. I love it. And then there's Ginger. Love Ginger.
Yeah,
we discussed her
Ginger's great.
briefly.
Yeah, we already said some stuff about her. She also owns a car dealership, and she's in a 16-year relationship with her roommate, who she doesn't say is
she's
her
just
partner
like, we're just
until the
roommates.
end.
I love when she comes out. It's so like just there, and they don't like dwell on it, but it's just like a thing, and
And
it's
everyone's
a big moment
like,
for her.
Damn, because Jewel, her partner, is hella fine.
Right? Okay. I don't remember all the other people's names.
There's Roxy.
Is that the blonde one?
No, Roxy smokes a lot of pot.
Oh, that's
and
Roxy.
she's a very rocker chic. She's a heavier woman.
Mm-hmm. And they address that too.
Yeah.
They don't beat around the bush in this movie. They address things that are
Yeah.
real life issues, and it's lovely.
And she's dating or married to this man named Tito, who doesn't give her all of the attention she really wants.
Much at all, honestly.
Yeah.
He's too focused on like the TV and smoking pot too.
Yeah.
But it's not that he doesn't care. It does show that he does care a little bit, just in his own weird, doesn't show it way.
Right. We figure out that Roxy, has a weird relationship with Clementine, who's one of the other people on the team. I think she might be the final person on the team.
Yeah, because otherwise,
Yeah.
So.
Clementine, who has been married and divorced, I think 4 or 5 times. She hooked up with Tito way back when they were like younger, so there's a little bit of a rivalry between Roxy and Clementine there, which they eventually turn into this really great friendship where
It's
Clementine
so
and Roxy
great.
are almost inseparable.
And they're like fist bumping and do things, and they
Yeah.
share a flask, and just everything about them. I love that this takes woman on woman hate, especially about something over a man. It turns it into like the strongest friendship.
Yeah.
And that is beautiful to me.
It
and
was
the
great.
fact that they're not slut shaming her either, it kind of shows
Yeah.
how characters can do that, but ultimately that's not their whole character.
One of my favorite parts of this entire movie.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so there's this other mom whose name I don't remember. Her daughter's name is Millie, and basically
They're Bible thumpers, and they're annoying,
and they're just really pretentious,
Yeah.
honestly, the entire time. And Millie's mom
And they're
is not a good
hypocrites.
influence. They're
they're
hypocrites.
super hypocrites.
She talks a lot of crap, basically. And Millie says, and Millie's in high school. Millie
She's
says
always just trying to bring down these like older women. Like, she's not respectful
Yeah.
at all. She just tries to bring them down because she tries to bring everyone down to feel better.
Millie tries to kind of slut shame Clementine by saying, oh, like, why buy the cow when you can get the milk for free? And Clementine just looks at her and she's like, why buy the pig when all you need is a little sausage? And I lost it. It was
Millie's
great.
face was just so
I
taken aback.
loved
Like,
it.
because she was
Millie just looks at her and goes, ew.
like, Clementine is basically saying, I don't need a husband, I just want the sex. Like, and Millie was basically like, oh, but you need a husband so bad, and like, but no one's gonna take you for that.
Which is great because Millie ends up pregnant.
At the very end, it's a lovely,
very
like,
end.
way over the top pregnancy. It's super
Yeah.
cute. Oh God, everything about this. So Beth's husband, we ultimately find out, is cheating on Beth with Millie's mom, and it's just awful. We knew it was coming because I kept setting it up and showing
Yep.
it, and we were so mad. We didn't want it to happen, and he's such a douche about it.
Yeah, and Beth, by the way, really hates Millie's mom.
Yeah, like, out of all the people to sleep with, it had to be someone you really hate, or
Right.
she really hated. Come on.
And, yeah, they could get caught hooking up in the mail room because Lawrence, Beth's husband, is a mailman. I don't know. He works in the
Post office.
postal office, yeah. And
It's awful. It's just,
he and Beth Beth really reclaims herself at the end.
Yeah.
Because she gets really upset over it, and the whole team comes and like comforts her
and tells her that she needs to get back on the team. You can't take this away from us and everyone else, because it started a trend in Texas, and it's amazing.
Yeah, and they said it's also like she's the one that started it. She should finish it.
Which shows that she's finishing something, and it really means something to her. So it's back to that character.
So at the end, she tells Lawrence not to come to the last game if he wants to continue things with Millie's mother. And he shows up in the fourth quarter. And we have already seen that Millie's father has come back. So he's out on an oil rig somewhere.
So it's clear that this wasn't his decision, that it was Millie's mom's or whatever.
And Beth addresses that, and Lawrence is like, oh, what difference does it make?
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I am so glad she walked away from him.
Yeah.
Like,
And he's a real jerk about it.
Yeah.
He's like, you can't survive on your own.
Not at your age. And then she's all like, well, I'm not on my own, because she has her teammates, and I'm so excited about this movie. Sports!
Oh, all the feels. It made me want to play basketball. I'm 5'1". I can't play basketball.
Did you see those women? Anybody can play basketball. The coach was a little person.
Yes, let's talk about the coach.
We haven't talked about the daughter yet.
Okay, well, let's talk about the coach.
Okay, talk about the coach.
The coach is a little person.
Who's a veterinarian, but is no longer a doctor because he's a felon for something.
Because he stole a bunch of dogs to brush their teeth.
I don't know.
That's what happened.
It's really cute and really funny. But he's a really funny guy. And he's good at being a coach.
Yeah, he's really passionate about basketball. As Beth said, he comes to all the games and she always sees him there. So she asks him to be the coach. And he's just really great. He's really motivational. He gives it his own little backstory of how his aunt actually died of breast cancer.
Which we're not sure is true. We're pretty sure he's lying. But it's a good little sport motivational talk before the game.
And he and the woman that runs the mobile mammography van.
Because she's decided to want to be a manager, the team manager. So he just asks her out for dinner.
It's
out
really
of the blue.
Because he's like talking to the teammates like, yeah, you get out there and shoot some baskets, and you get out there and do this, and you should go out to dinner with me tomorrow night. And she's just like, yeah, that'd be great. And
it's so cute.
Perfect. It's so cute.
So they have a little person, they have like black woman, a different orientation and everything else, and they address it all head on, and it's so great. Okay, and now Beth has a daughter. And Beth and her daughter have a pretty decent relationship overall. I wouldn't say it's a bad or strained relationship. They have a little bit of a fight during the movie, which is a thing that happens. And basically her daughter is on the basketball team and is really best friends with Millie, because Millie is really popular with everyone. And she gets in a fight with her mom because her mom uses information she found out through a phone call that she overheard.
Yeah,
against
Jocelyn,
Millie.
Which is her daughter.
Jocelyn, her daughter.
Was on the phone with Millie and found out Millie's been sleeping around, basically.
And mentioned that while her mother was there. So Jocelyn finds out that she said that, and kind of getting Jocelyn in trouble, even though she didn't really do anything.
I love what Beth said there, and I think this movie is really great for anyone of every age to listen to.
Yeah.
Because Jocelyn's like, oh, you were eavesdropping, and Beth's like, no, I'm your mother. I was paying attention.
Yeah.
And that was really great. Because definitely at that age, that's how a lot of people react. Like, oh, you're eavesdropping on me. It's like, no, they're your parents. They care about you, and they want to know what's going on in your life, and you aren't always.
And she clearly wasn't interfering or anything.
Right.
She let it happen. She didn't address it to you another time. It just happened because Millie was being such an awful person.
Yeah.
And it's awful, but I understand why she did that, and that's definitely a mother thing to do, and it sucks as a teenage daughter to think, oh, I don't get privacy, you're gonna listen and stuff like that.
Right.
But she kind of comes to terms with it, I think, and really understands that her mother has her best interests in mind.
Jocelyn teaches her mother how to do this fake out shot, I don't know.
In the hips or the waist or whatever, and it's like, she had this really long name for it, but it's super cute. They're doing it with a little chicken, and in the end, that's how they win the game with that shot and everything, and it's...
Yeah.
And the coach of the other team...
Yes. Is Clementine's ex-husband.
One of them. But he apparently won the divorce court case, so this is her way to redeem herself. And she ultimately stands up to him during it, and which is wonderful too. Mm-hmm. And I just love that everyone has their own redemption moments.
Yeah.
Because Clementine is with her ex-husband, and Ginger's by coming out and everything. And the mayor by so she takes off her weave or whatever and gives her natural hairdo a thing.
She has an afro.
And she still becomes mayor. So she reclaims her heritage and still embraces her culture and still gets elected. And I think that's so important to understand.
Yeah. And for Roxy, her husband, comes to the last game. And I think also one other really important thing with Roxy and Clementine is that Good Morning America comes, and also they got the actual woman from Good Morning America who had breast cancer, Robin Williams, I think is her name. Robin something.
Yeah.
And that was really cool to see. I was like, whoa, it's actually her.
This movie came out last year. I don't know why I haven't heard about it. I'm just saying.
So she's all dressed up in this corset that's pink, and it's everyone's like, oh my god, you look so great, and Clementine looks at her, she's like, you should go out there and be on Good Morning America.
And it's such a good moment for everybody. And so everyone on the team has their own redemption moments. And Beth, it's with her husband, obviously. And they're claiming herself as independent and everything. And I love that. It's not just, like, one person. It's about the team. It's about everybody. And everybody has ways that they can, like, really become independent and rely on the right people, you know?
So,
this movie.
I think we've said everything we can say about it.
You should watch it. Definitely watch it.
It's a great movie. Girls, watch it with your moms or your grandmothers or your aunts, sister, best friends.
Get your guy friends to watch it because they can learn a thing or two about menopause.
Guys, watch it. It's funny.
It is funny.
There's still sports if you like sports, girls and guys. I'm not trying to
You can explain to me how quarters work.
normative.
I didn't think there were quarters in basketball, but maybe there are in high school. I don't know, so tell me about that. Just, God, watch this movie.
On the O scale.
Negative O's.
No O's.
No O's.
None of the O's.
Netflix, yes.
So, yeah, one more time. Netflix,
yes!
Thank you guys so much for watching.
We will see you next week.